Investigators are doing everything they can to learn about this attacker, 29-year-old Sayfullo Saipov, who is from Uzbekistan. They're trying to learn exactly who he is, where he's been, and who it is that he's been talking to. And earlier this morning, investigators finally had a chance to interview him at the hospital when he's recovering from surgery there. And at the same time, police are also searching a number of locations that he's lived over the last 7 years since he arrived from Uzbekistan, including an apartment in Jersey where he moved earlier this year with his wife and 2 kids, as well as locations in the Tampa, Florida area, and both Cleveland and Cincinnati, Ohio, where we're told that he arrived from Uzbekistan 7 years ago. One friend of his from when he lived in Florida described him as a friendly, happy-go-lucky kind of guy and said that clearly something has changed over the last few years since he had known him. In terms of his criminal background, there's not a whole lot there. He has a handful of traffic violations, and he was arrested last year for an unpaid fine in Missouri. 2 security officials tell Fox News that the 29-year-old was on their radar prior to yesterday's attack, but that it was only because of his association with other individuals that they were monitoring. Investigators are also now scouring his digital footprint, looking at his browsing history, his text, his emails, to see who he's been communicating with, as well as if there's any evidence of ISIS propaganda that he's been looking up online. That's one of the key details they look for in cases like these, where it appears to be lone wolf attacks. Now, ISIS is celebrating this attack on social media, but at this point, there is no official claim of responsibility, though he did leave those 2 notes at the scene saying he pledges allegiance to ISIS as well, and that's something authorities are looking into.